Oh, hello. I'm Arthur Perkins, and this is AP Gaming Real. I'll be your game master tonight. I did have a joke that involved Dave at the start, but Dave just got up to get some water, so I'll have to delay that one. Dave's not back yet. All right, we're just going to have to move on without him.
Just start the timer again.
Dave is losing his voice tonight, so be aware that he might not be as verbose as normal, which will be extremely difficult.
You can make as many jokes as you want.
Oh my God, he's back! All right, here we go. You ready? Hello, yeah. I'm Arthur Perkins. This is AP Gaming Real. This is the show where I make Dave be gay, because that's how the show works.
I am as happy as I can ever be. So thank you for making me super gay.
Speaking of things that I do and how that works, someone pointed out on YouTube that longbows and crossbows that are operating in the second range band have disadvantage, which is why I was wondering. I was like, this encounter should be easy, but everyone is dying, and the reason is because you guys should have taken statistically fewer than half the hits that you did.
Yeah,
except for Finley, who probably would have still died.
That was all like point blank range.
Not only was it point blank, you took a lot of damage from that guy you never ended up killing.
That was a very
that guy with one fucking hit point left for like 8 turns.
It was a good battle, man.
I'm sorry that I failed you, Farrell. I fail a lot of people often. Actually, as often as I can, really. I'll just let that one go. Speaking of, no, that's way too mean. All right, we're just gonna jump over to you, Spootnik. How's it going this week?
Good. Ready to play. Exciting.
No other intro?
I mean, I haven't been doing much but playing Division 2. So.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I feel that.
Let's toss it over. We're gonna throw it up towards Drumurboy. I'm gonna point at Drumurboy by looking in the correct direction, and that's this way. Oh fuck! I did it. Yeah,
wow.
I did it. I pointed right at his face. I had to remember.
Didn't realize how difficult that is. By the way,
it is very difficult to remember my camera's reversed. Don't play like that.
Just have a button on like on an Elgato or something that like points arrows all over the place.
What is this? A YouTube thumbnail?
Now you gotta have the yellow text, big
with a circle.
Yellow text. Yeah. Anyway, I'm Drumurboy. I make music. A thing I made, robot voices. The update came out, and it's a free thing, so you can go download it if you want.
Where is this? What are you talking about? I don't even know.
At nerdordie.com. It's called Voice UI, and it's robot voices. Some of them are snarky, some of them are not snarky. And there's 3 different kinds, 3 different like vocal styles.
What is this called? Is it it's not Voice UI, right? Sorry, what did you call it?
Voice UI, that's it.
Oh, it is Voice UI.
Yeah, one of them is a more general, like robot voice. One of them is a little bit like Guilty Spark, and one of them is a little bit like the Geth from Mass Effect. So.
Guilty Spark. How I hated you.
Guilty Spark was great, man.
No, he wasn't. He was a piece of shit. Hello, I am the library administrator, and I am here to make you hate me. Come on. Everyone hated Guilty Spark.
Come on, man. You know what? If you hate the villain, I feel like the villain is doing the correct job. Right?
Was he the villain, though?
Yes. Didn't Guilty Spark 343 try to kill everyone by blowing up the Halo?
No, he released the Flood.
Yeah. Well, that's bad. That's even worse. That's still killing everyone by turning them into floating dust zombies.
Yeah.
All right. Wasn't he trying to destroy the Flood by operating the rings, but the rings would destroy humanity in the process?
Yes.
Is that what it was? I don't know. I'm going to play that game again when it comes out on PC, obviously.
Yeah, Master Chief Collection. I'm so down for that because, like, Halo 3 was Sweat Jam. I'm also playing Bioshock in the weekends now. Just got to Arcadia in the first game now.
All right. I want to toss this at you. You ready for this? Halo 2, the Mjolnir remix of the main theme. That's the one that's like da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na. I think that is the best soundtrack right there. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know, the Breaking Benjamin theme music. That wasn't too bad.
Well, like I did a Fun fact: I did a full deconstructive essay of the Halo theme and how it changed throughout the decades and throughout the games.
I would actually. This is gonna be super nerdy, but I'd actually read that. Where can I find it?
It was terrible. There was no references because
My bad.
or very little references because video game music isn't really well researched in academia. So
Right.
All right, Drumurboy, I'm gonna hit you with my top 3 soundtracks. I actually have been keeping this list up. Number 1, Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 2,
yeah,
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2.
yeah.
But that's just normal music, dude.
But it was still great.
Both of the, I want to point out, yes, there are no specific tracks on either of those, but they are very curated and very excellent.
Okay, but that's like saying, oh man, that music, the Guardians of the Galaxy music is so good.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy music is so good.
Correct.
I want to point out the second one did have an independent song, Guardians Inferno, that involved David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, but no
and
one
his band.
remembers that. Everyone, the only thing.
Not only do I remember it, I know the name of the song.
Because you fucking researched this.
What do you mean? I just watched the movie and I'm like, oh, Guardians Inferno. All right. Zardu Hasselfrau. Zardu Hasselfrau.
Man.
I'm sorry, Dave, that I don't forget small details like that.
One of my favorite songs, the Mjolnir remix, is super good. Probably second favorite Halo song is actually 117 from Halo 4.
I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up after the show.
Was the Halo Master? That was Master Chief's like Spartan number, in case you didn't know.
Halo 4.
Yeah, but like, it's cool because it still feels a lot like Halo, and it's actually more memorable theme, I think. And they couldn't use any of the music from the previous because it was in like license limbo because they were going from Bungie to 343. And
Oh, really?
it's like one of my favorite Halo songs.
I didn't actually know that. That's pretty cool.
Things you learn when you do deep research for a just deconstructive essay. Anyway, that's enough from me.
You know, I have one that I could throw it with, but I feel like it would be too mean, and there have been so many lately.
Fucking do it.
No, we're just going to cut over to you. Let's do it.
So,
Yeah, what is it?
been cleaned out the garage and been working on some models and bought me some Space Marines. I'm waiting on to get here.
I
And playing
mean-
the Division. Yeah, obviously.
On a scale of 1 to Grey Knights, what level of Space Marines are you at? Like, are you at the very top?
Chaos Space Marines. So
Okay,
I mean,
all right. So you're a filthy traitorous heretic.
Well, Chaos Undivided, so I'm not in any of that freaky business.
You're so rather than actually choosing a side, you're just like, all right, we're chaos, but we're like, you know,
more to
we're
spite the
touchy feely chaos. We don't really
it's more to spite the
we
Imperium than
commit sins,
John.
but we don't really, you know, we just we're pantheists. We could still eat shellfish. Oh, come on, man. Chaos Undivided? You disappoint me. What is your favorite Space Marine Legion? No chaos allowed.
I mean, if you want to get technical,
You're going
the
to say
traitor
Alpha Legion,
legions-
aren't you,
well,
motherfucker?
the traitor legions were, I mean, they are the only legions left, so
I mean, look, man,
Loyalists-
I've been reading this
loyalists are what we're
Wrath
looking
and
for.
Glory book, and it says that Roberto Guillimano, superpowered ultramarine
Gulliman?
dude, is alive again, and he's leading a crusade. Then
yeah,
he's
they've
not.
done this crusade.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, ultramarines are still alive.
Well, yeah.
You can't say that the traitor legions are the only legions. That's
No, but
wrong.
see, the ones now, they're not legions anymore. They're chapters. They split them up.
You're a chapter.
I wish.
What's your favorite Space Marine chapter, motherfucker? I know you know what I'm talking
Loyalists,
about.
Iron Hands.
God, that took so long to get to.
I mean, it's
You disappoint me.
late. I'm not the one who doesn't know the terminology. Spoot, how you doing?
I, for one, don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about either.
Hey, man, so can I just say, Speeder, you're looking mighty comfy over there in whatever you're wearing right now.
I've got like a little sweater thing on.
Yeah, it looks comfy as
chill.
fuck, dude.
It's
I'm
a
actually
little
really
chilly here.
jealous. Yeah.
You look like you could announce a low-key iPhone right now.
No.
He's Spootnik's like, all right, we've got the new bendable iPhone 12. You can loop it back around on itself.
There's only a little bit of a crease when you fold it up.
It
Don't worry
also plays moving pictures. They're like videos, but
but they move.
oh my god. Speaking of someone who likes moving pictures, let's talk to Dave.
Yeah, what up, everyone?
Yeah, what is up?
Not much. I'm just turning off my alarm for when the show normally goes up. Yeah, I'm sick as fuck right now. I'm sorry I won't be able to do any sort of voices or whatever or talk for very long periods of time. But yeah, I've just been chilling out, trying to, survive. Oh, what have I been doing?
That polar zombie apocalypse is pretty tough, huh?
Yeah. The Division, much like everyone else here, it's real good. A lot of fun.
Am I the only one not playing the Division 2?
It's pretty fun, man.
All right, there it
I'm
is.
not playing it because when I looked at the price, I'm like, oh, $79 American. That's like $400. Not actually.
Whoa, really?
Not actually
I mean,
400. It's like 120.
I've already put 72 hours into the game. So
I mean,
Wow.
I'm over 24.
How long is that game been out? Like a week?
yeah, man,
It's
it's
been
good.
out like 2.5 weeks. at this
Jesus, I've been
point.
playing Monster Hunter World for the last month and a half, and I don't have 72 hours in it.
It's $107.
Jesus.
$80 American is $107 Canadian. That is still too rich for my blood.
Anyway, I've been watching a lot of, like, here's the thing. I've always been that guy that's always been like, I don't want to buy Netflix. I'll just get my TV shows the way I've always gotten my TV shows from the guy on the corner who sells DVDs, right? But what I'm saying is,
He is in Poland. That's how it works.
Okay, all right.
yeah. But Netflix is actually incredible. It does this thing where, like, you don't, like, they make TV shows specifically for Netflix. Do you know what I mean? Like, and not in the way that, like, Netflix makes a TV show and whatever, but, you know, Netflix releases a TV show and it releases all the episodes in one go.
Yep.
So,
Well, sometimes
TV
now it
shows-
doesn't.
yeah. Whatever. But in general cases, it does that. So a lot of the TV shows are based around this weird format where the twist or the turn will come like 8 episodes in. And the rest of the front loading of the show isn't that great. And it's all just a big ploy and a big setup to get to that twist. And I'm just like, wow, if this was a normal weekly released show, I would not fucking watch it. But because it's on Netflix and it just goes bloop, 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 and just keeps playing, it's actually, the show is actually better for it.
And you
It's
can
a
skip
very,
I watch a lot of shit that I don't want to watch on Netflix. Just because
Exactly,
auto-skip
right?
intros,
I'm like,
though. Auto-skip intros over a season saves you like 40 minutes.
oh yeah, it does. It's real good. And the fact that it like skips the credits, and it's good. It just works. So I would recommend everyone go watch a show called The Good Place.
You would like that show.
Wow.
Oh, it's very good. He's right. You should watch it.
But it's one of those shows that's just like, oh man, this, if I had watched this in a different setting, or if I gave it like 1 or 2 episodes to you know, test the water, I don't know if I would have liked it.
Did you get to the second season yet?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, this is a good show. I can't wait for season 3 to be out
It's already out, man.
on Netflix.
Netflix soon.
Yeah, man. It's
Are you
out
sure
on
that's
Netflix,
right?
man. Yep. I checked it today. I was like, man, how many episodes is this thing? It's like, oh, 3 seasons. Fucking cool.
I re-up my Netflix. Almost every time a new season of Black Mirror comes out, I re-up my Netflix for a month. So
Yeah.
Let's just get some information.
That in itself is going to be a Black Mirror episode. You realize that?
well, re-upping and then canceling your subscriptions.
Yeah. Just for a TV show? Yeah.
Also, Love, Death, and Robots is a new thing that I've been hearing good things about.
I saw that and I'm just like, man, it looks dumb. It looks animated and looks stupid. I'm not into that.
It's basically Black Mirror, but for animated studios.
just
Like they
get
just
some
got a whole bunch of different people to make like,
information.
animated shows.
Playing. Stop doing it. No, they only have 2 seasons on Netflix right now, at least in the US.
Well, that's weird. Maybe I'll check it again.
That's fine.
'Cause-
Maybe you people in the EU are special.
Maybe. Okay. But yeah, excited to get into this. If my voice dies halfway through, I apologize. It just means that Kelly is taking a fishing break in his mind, I guess. I don't
Look,
know.
man, if we need to stop at the halfway point so you can go not die, we'll do that.
Nah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
I was
It's
literally dying last week. Jesus.
Just pull a new Apex character and like inject yourself in the forehead with something, and then you're good to go.
Speaking about injecting yourself in the forehead, anyone see that Borderlands 3 trailer teaser?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
Is that
It's
real?
not Borderlands though.
Yeah, it's real.
I'm nervous that it's going to be like a hero shooter in the vein of Overwatch or Apex, not Borderlands.
I hope not. But here's the thing that gives me.
I think you need to have more
vibes.
trust in.
They
in
have
Borderlands.
a mech in the trailer that everyone's like, oh, I don't know what this mech is. It's like it's fucking Gordy's from Tales from the Borderlands.
Yeah, from Telltale.
Tales from the Borderlands was fucking amazing.
I
It's the
mean,
best
it
thing
was
that
the
they
best
had.
one.
Yeah,
God,
for
the
sure.
soundtrack on that game was fucking lit.
And the story was fantastic.
I mean, the story
as
was
well.
pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
I really
definitely
liked it. Yeah.
superior to all. Game of Thrones is straight up fucking garbage.
Yeah, but it was just I'm excited for that. That looks real good to me.
That's
I don't know,
they're
maybe-
doing their live stream thing tomorrow, so we'll find out for sure tomorrow, I guess.
Oh, they're actually showing stuff of it. I guess
Yeah,
that's
on Gearbox Official's Twitch channel. They're doing a thing. So
oh cool. I didn't know about that.
New Divinity.
Yes, I saw that too. Actually, yeah.
Oh.
The turn. It's like a real. It's a hero tactics game, right? Or something like that.
Let's see. We'll see how
Yeah,
that.
it's something like that.
Following up the second one's going to be a tough act to follow because it was.
It's not. No. So the Divinity series is a whole series of different types of games. Original Sin is the role-playing top-down CRPG, but Divinity has like 5 or 6 different entries in it that all classify different games.
Yeah,
It's like
I played one that's like a third-person view one where you can actually turn.
Yeah, that one was real fucking strange, but they
It was
knocked it
pretty
out of
good,
the
though.
park.
Isn't that the one where you can marry like the undead chick? Was it
No, that's a
dragon
different thing.
some good? I'm trying to think of something else.
Yeah,
That sounds like a
but
dangerous game right there, man.
I know
It's
the one
all
you're
about like
talking about.
noble politics or whatever, and you have to like marry somebody, and they're all weird.
And then you get to fly around on a dragon and shit. Yeah, I know
What
one
the
you're talking
hell are you
about.
people talking about?
Something dragon commander or something. It's yeah. You're
Yeah,
a noble and you have to like marry some princess. It's whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, and the other thing that's coming up pretty soon is they're going to start talking about Cyberpunk Red as well, which I'm pretty excited about as well. So.
Oh, you mean the Cyberpunk 2027 remix? 2077 remix?
2020 remix, I think.
No,
it is.
it's the Cyberpunk 2077 tabletop RPG setting is what Cyberpunk Red is.
I was under the impression that it was Cyberpunk 2027 remix.
Cyberpunk Red is a tabletop RPG released by Artelozorian Games, meant to coincide with the release of Cyberpunk 2077. That's what Mafia is. No, that's how Mafia works. No, I fucked it up already. Cyberpunk Red is supposed to be the tabletop RPG being released with the new game. Don't worry, I've been following it, Dave. I'll keep you updated because I'm gonna snatch that shit up.
You're actually going to play it. If you play it, man, you know.
I am currently in the process of starting a 2020 campaign.
Whoa!
I just finished a reread of
Mother
the
of
book,
God.
except for the net running part this weekend.
Dude, the net running part is like half the book.
I am aware, and that's why it was so quick to fill it in very quickly, because I didn't do the net running part.
I gotta play a proper one.
So my campaign theme is a group of, runners that work for a trauma team subsidiary. So their day job is hop in a giant floating space boat, drop down into the middle of street fights with chain guns, grab the client, stick them on a gurney, and hope that their kidneys stay working until they get to a hospital. And then we follow their day-to-day lives. It'd be like an episode of Scrubs or Ambulance or Rescue Me or, you know, all those shows over the last 20 years, but with a lot of violence and drugs and cyberware.
So, part-time pararescue, part-time TV show.
You know, with politics and shit, where everyone's like, oh no, the nomads are rolling into town. Everyone close your doors and, you know.
The only problem you'll have with something like that is like it very much limits the character classes that you can pick from.
No,
but
no, I worked it out pretty much. You can roll with just about it. You basically have to have a med tech.
How do you fit a media in there?
Why? I mean, why not?
Because
media's got to make money, man. Look, this is their day job, and the media does the stories on his off time. Everybody needs a day job in runner life, man, so that when the cops pick you up, you can be like, I'm just a normal average citizen. I swear on my mother's life that I'm not one of those dirty, thieving mercenary types with 4 guns and 16 pounds of cyberware. And they're like, it does look like you have a steady job and pay your taxes. I guess we'll let you go.
Black market organ influencer, wouldn't you?
Black market. I mean, the thing is, there's no black market for organs in that game. They literally are just like, yeah, you can just take people's organs out of their body on the street and take them to a local bank and donate them for some cash.
Or, hit somebody with your Cadillac and dump the body off.
The first game I ran was Body Part Repo Men. So
yeah, I remember that. That was a good one. With the dick missile or whatever the fuck it was.
Nope, we're not gonna cover that one.
Yeah. Speaking of on the suggestion of the WebDM guys, there's a book for 5e that is in alpha called Dark Matter, which is kind of more of a darker science fiction book, kind of like Starfinder for Pathfinder, but in 5e. And I picked it up, and it looks pretty good.
I think if you want to play science fiction, you should play a system design ground up for it. Have you heard the word of our good Lord, Stars Without Numbers?
I have, indeed.
Good.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of because at a certain point in Stars Without Numbers, it's a great system, but at a certain point, it's just kind of like things become unimportant, and that's kind of important in a role playing game to an extent,
Wasn't there an Expanse RPG happening?
There's also an Elite Dangerous tabletop RPG.
Yeah, that one's been.
So the Expanse RPG is the reverse, actually. Expanse RPG is pulling a what is the anime? Chronicles of the Heroic Knight. Nope, it's the one before that. I'm dying. The first D&D anime. Lodos Wars. So Lodos Wars, of course, was a D&D campaign that got converted into an anime. The anime got converted into its own role-playing system. The Expanse is a D&D campaign set in space that got made into a book, that got made into a movie, that's getting, a series that's getting made into its own RPG system.
It's like Street Fighter.
That involved George R.R. Martin and his understudy.
It sounds like Street Fighter, the movie, the game.
Yes. I didn't realize there were so many different versions of Street Fighter 2, man, until I watched High Score Girl. God damn, there's 7 different copies of Street Fighter 2.
Ultra Turbo Remix, Ultra
Champions
Classified Edition, whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Nowadays, they would just release DLC packs.
The Mortal Kombat 11 trailer, that was pretty sick. It actually looks like it has a good story, which is
I
weird
like how they brought back the dude who goes, "Your brother's soul is mine. You will be next," to do Sang Shung's motion capture.
Yeah.
That was my favorite character, because you would always just change into the other person and be like, haha, now I have to beat you with the character you're actually good at. Shit, I didn't think this through.
And they're doing a weird time travel thing, so Johnny Cage is quipping against himself.
Johnny Cage. What a fucking moron.
He actually agrees with you. He calls himself a moron. Oh man, I was watching the PlayStation State of Play. They're kind of like Nintendo Treehouse, but for PlayStation.
Oh, wait, they started that already? Okay.
Yeah, it was only 20 minutes long and it was awful. But they played the Mortal Kombat 11 trailer right after their Days Gone. They're like weird Last of Us ripoff game.
The motorbike thing.
Yeah, that game looks so flat. But the Mortal Kombat 11 trailer had more story than the entire gameplay reveal of like Days Gone. So that's cool.
Nice.
Life stuff. We ready to get kicking off here?
Yeah, dude, let's do it.
Right
Yeah,
before
boy.
Spootnik slips into a coma.
Before he announces the iPhone 13.
I don't know. He looks comfortable enough.
We
He's
got to
just-
get started before I start talking about anime, and then he just falls over dead.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to survive that.
I know, it's rough. It's rough.
Introducing anime.
Arthur starts talking about anime, and all of a sudden, all of our Uplay, you just see so-and-so is playing Tom Clancy's The Division 2.
You know what? That shit has happened before where I look over at my Steam list and I see Henley's playing something and I'm like, my blood pressure, it's going up real fast. I'm so mad right now.
I've done it a few times because I just tab out of
don't
shit.
even know. It's happening. I
just
can
tab
feel
out
it.
of stuff. Or I leave launchers open. All launchers do that these days. It counts as the game being up.
I think the
Previously.
only time that I did that, Arthur, was when I was playing Kingmaker. That was the only time. Because that one you could just kind of be like, blip, blip, blip. But anyway.
Previously on this show, the party executed a unbelievable, literally unbelievable plan that is incredibly statistically unlikely, involving Daka and Finley sneaking into the enemy camp, sabotaging it, raising zero suspicion, continually lying, and leading the enemy ambush into a double secret ambush.
It worked.
Unfortunately, through my lack of remembering the rules that weapons at range take disadvantage, the party died. Mostly. But we got some interesting stuff where Kelly abandoned his contract in order to join the forces at the front line at Fort Crusoe, and Agrim entered the Dwarven Undermines, traveling by steam carriage, a platform that is guided along towards the other side of the mountains. He stopped at the very first, most important monument of the Dwarven people, the Iron Fury Memorial, where his entire clan was found out to be dead, having slayed the last of the Drow and the evil invaders who were trying to break into the prefecture. Agrim was shocked because he was #shook, learning that his entire people were dead, and also that his name wasn't on the list of the people who were missing and dead, so...
Well, it wasn't that. You just said that it was just a huge list. I'd never be able to find it or something.
Yeah, your name's not on it.
Okay.
Speaking of things that names, now, I'm not going to be able to transition that one. You find yourselves outside the mountain. You know that in a few moments, your friendly maybe wizard will be along with his lantern. The familiar sounds of the swamp surround you. What do you guys want to do?
I think it was cave time again.
Yeah, not fuck with a wizard.
Trying to re-click.
Oh. It was, at least Daka's plan was to head the ambush. We're going to ambush the ambush's ambush when they ambush our ambush, because I heard you like ambushes.
Oh yeah, we wanted to Kelly and Egger wanted to hook up with the military convoy.
As you're just talking about this, the lantern appears and someone says, "Hello," as the lantern suddenly raises into the air. "Who's out there?"
Don't move. His vision's based on movement.
Interactive CD-ROM.
Hello?
Hello.
So, yeah, you get light shown on you, Daka. And then it sweeps over the rest of the party. "Are you boys lost?"
Yes. Very lost.
Where are you trying to get to?
Bandrock.
Oh, I think maybe you guys got affected by the swamp gas. from venomous swamps to the south. Okay, look, just take some deep breaths. Maybe clear it out. Barnrock's about 2 days north. I can get you headed in that direction. Maybe you'd better stop at Flemia first, though. Talk to the local sheriff.
Sounds good. Thanks for the cover story, old man.
What?
But never mind.
He's high on fumes.
Yep.
Those fumes.
The fumes must be heavy, and they kind of travel closer to the ground.
Yeah, that all checks out.
Kelly, you might want to lift up our short friend so it doesn't get too high.
What do I look like, a fucking rat to you guys?
Is Gygax on your back?
You haven't got Gygax yet.
No, no.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You have the sack that Gygax goes in because you could just put the halfling in that.
The Gygax is smaller than a halfling by far.
That's right.
The elderly man with the lantern looks kind of concerned, but says, if you boys think you'll be okay, you just head that direction. Make sure to keep the moss on this side of the tree. Be able to make it to Flemia sometime around noon.
perfect. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna go gather some materials in the swamp.
My name's Daka, just in case we meet again. What is your name again?
Oh, yeah, I mean, you can see that he's clearly about to lie to you.
Can I insult him?
My name is Liam Roniak. Yep, Liam Roniak.
Did we ever learn this guy's name before? Like,
Did
his
you
real name?
learn this guy's name
I don't
before?
think so.
No, we didn't. Because we
Literally
asked him once.
never asked him his name. We're in the 19th episode.
We
You've
asked
seen him
once if
like
he knew
12
about
times.
One guy, and then he freaked out and killed us.
Yeah, he did get really pissed off at us that one time.
What was it? What did he say? Rodney Dangerfield? What was his name?
Liam Roniak.
Liam Roniak.
All right, we'll write down your totally not fake name.
So he turns and squints at you and says, "Yeah, it's my name."
Yep, I wink.
All right,
Gotcha.
I'm gonna go gather some materials in the swamp.
All right, Lyrium.
It's Liam.
Liam, whatever. Give him the okay thumbs up.
Drumurboy, look at the notes, please. Just.
Did I have it written down somewhere? I don't think I did. Docs. Notes. Where am I looking?
Just at the bottom. Where I put the wizard's name.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Well, while you guys secretly have a conversation without me, this guy walks away into the swamp to go gather swamp materials, probably, and definitely nothing
Careful of the
suspicious.
swamp gas. Thank you.
Uh,
I'm gonna walk away.
yeah, I live here.
You're doing a good job. Off we go.
Okay.
Yeah, off we go.
Right,
Sorry,
right on his floor in blood. We know what you did last summer, Liam.
What?
No. Fucking
We saw
Wow.
you, Leonard.
Leonard.
You just gonna get his name wrong all the time?
Yeah.
It's not the main
Probably.
character of that shitty TV show that's still on television and we can't get rid of. Big Bang Theory.
Friends? Oh,
Leonard.
We'll
All right.
get you.
Sorry.
What do you got, Hen Hen?
What have I got?
Yeah, I
Nothing.
mean, it sounded like you're gonna say something.
I'm just trying to remember which character that was.
Which character? Which was?
It's exactly my point. Anyway, please continue.
Remember the wizard that shows up and occasionally kills you?
No, I'm talking about in Big Bang Theory.
The main
Which is-
character?
What the
Don't worry
retarded
about
one?
it. You're better off
Short dude with
not
glasses.
knowing.
Okay. So all of them.
What's the
Only
plan?
one of
You're
them
traveling to Flemia?
Yep.
Are we just going to continue the same path we did last time?
Up until a point, right? Because we wanted to change the convoy strategy.
Okay.
Oh, we wanted to go with the soldiers, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to snap to the part where Finley and Daka try to follow the halflings, and Finley just big dick energies his way into the halfling convoy?
This is before even going there. I know where all their shit is now, right?
Yes.
So we're going there first.
Okay, well, would you like to snap to that particular city the morning that you arrive and before you go to Brienne Leaf's Tavern? You're going to do something else?
Unless anyone else has something to do, then yeah.
What did we buy last time from the wizard? Ring of protection.
Ring of protection.
Okay. Perhaps now's an opportunity to buy something else with our 800 gold.
Or just buy another ring of protection.
Can we buy another ring of protection?
I mean, we bought one. We bought two. I don't see why we couldn't buy a third.
All right, Arthur will buy another ring of protection.
That is in a completely different town.
That's further.
It's the next town down.
Just let us exploit this bug.
That's the one you and I are at. I mean, we could buy it and then just give it to him later. Because you have to sit with it on or whatever. So we just put it in a pouch and give it to him later.
Banned from this plane of existence for duping.
You don't even want to know what the developer of this game is like.
Yeah.
So you are all traveling from the smaller town all the way to Border Town? You're all going together. You're skipping Brienne Leaf's Tavern. You're skipping meeting up with the halflings. You're just zooming along.
Well, before, like, it's in that city, right? That's where the fake Sons of Freedom have their shit. Is it still in that same city, or just like
their wagons are there.
Yeah, so their wagons are.
You want to go fuck up their wagons? All right, we'll start there then. You guys, tell me what you're doing. This is not the town that has. This is not the town that has the Iron Watchtower.
No.
The Wizard Shop. The Iron Watch. Parliament. Okay, what are you guys doing? You've paid several silver to bribe the guardsmen to let you in with no problems. You see familiar, like, ghosts of you walk forward. We see a ghost of Finley getting suggestioned by his good friend Aardvark to go buy a really nice mug.
Like a lap time over the top.
Like a ghost. Oh my god.
That would actually be.
We see Daka going towards the brothel in the background, and then, you know,
it's like lap times in a game. Like the ghost or whatever.
Yeah, the memories of your past in this town. I think you might have spent more time here than you have anywhere else.
I don't know. We spent a lot of time in Bound Rock. We spent like 3 or 4.
This is a town where we had 2 sexual awakenings. And
oh yeah.
We had how many deaths in here? 2 now?
Well, look, Daka has not been like, man, I really love dying while having sex.
Hey, look, most important part, lost his virginity. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Had sex. Look.
Oh my god. What do you want to do in this town? Daka, it sounds like you're the maestro here. Walk me through your plan. I'm a little scared because your plans are usually really good.
Do we want to have it so they, like, we fuck up all their shit here, or do we want to, like, sabotage it so it fails later?
I mean, the problem is, I don't know how you would sabotage it a little bit, because it's like bows and arrows, right? It's not like a complex.
Well, we can, like, there's only, how many of them are there? There's a bunch of them, but there's not enough to carry all this shit, so we could
maybe
like saw halfway through the axles. And
I was about to say, if you were to like loose a wagon wheel or something, or maybe crack something so it would fall apart later and delay them enough, or maybe something that might work.
We could just firebomb it.
That too.
Yeah.
Just light it on fire.
Brandleaf, I need your cheapest bottle of vodka, please, and a rag, and no questions.
So you do go to Brienne Leaf's Inn?
No, not yet.
All right.
I mean,
are there donkeys already here, or is it just carts?
What time of day is it?
So you let me understand. You are going to the wagon yard where you saw the halflings depart from, like near Brian Leaf's Inn.
Yeah.
You're going to check their rides.
Yeah, to see if there's like stuff there. Because if we can just like ride away,
They're
with them
not.
and
They're
ride
not
them-
here yet. You are earlier than them. They will arrive shortly.
Yeah, I mean, we can sabotage their stuff too.
So if you're willing to wait
Okay.
just a few minutes, they like arrive in the background. You get stuck in cinematic mode as the 3 wagons pull in. The halflings all come off speaking halfling to each other, laughing, pointing at each other.
You're having a conversation, and an NPC is like walking into the side of you.
Can you make a stealth check real quick, Daka? On behalf of your whole group, as I mean, I'm not sure you're alone here, but you know, you are conspicuously checking them out. You know, you're scoping them.
What's the time of day?
It's that time of day where you are blatantly caught in the open checking out their wagons. And
I thought you said they weren't here yet.
no, I just said they're arriving right now. That's literally a thing that's happening.
So we're just like watching them go by.
You're watching them arrive, right? Am I wrong about
I
this?
like wagons.
Yeah, but I'm not like, hey, we're gonna get them.
Right, but I mean, you're attracting attention by simple fact that you guys are just like waiting around, not doing a great job.
Loitering.
They're just crouched with leather gloves on, just waiting.
we have our own cart, don't we? That's a little ridiculous.
So
Pretend like I'm taking a nap.
two of the halflings come over to speak with your group, and they're like, "Oh, hey, nice cart you've got there.
Nice cart you've got.
Thanks. It's great weather we've been having lately. All the way here, there's a storm coming soon."
Yeah, I hear that's gonna come in fairly soon from the west. Was it?
That is where most storms come from. Yes.
Hmm.
Are you from around here? We
No.
just arrived, and you know we're looking for local information.
We're from the south. We're just passing through.
And how long will you be around?
Maybe a day.
And what is it that you do?
You've got a lot of questions, mister. What is it that you do?
Well, we're a family, really.
Yeah?
Like a circus.
As this is
A
happening,
family of investigative journalists?
as this is happening, he's talking while also hitting you with the thieves' cant,
Okay.
checking to see if you're cool.
Yeah, I'm cool.
All right. When you signal back, he's like, we're a family. You know, we really found each other together.
Beautiful.
Mm.
I'm so happy that halflings at this day and time are just able to just couple them. You know. It's such a progressive place.
It's a touching moment.
Yeah, good for them.
There's nothing wrong with a bit of man-on-man love. Let me tell you that.
Look, we're like a brotherhood. You know, we really just all
No,
feel
I
like
get you. I understand.
we're
what you're
all
saying.
sons of the same organization.
Brotherhood. Yeah, no, I get it. It's
Exactly.
fine. I'm in the brotherhood too, if you know what I mean.
We'll
So he
read
looks
about
at you and he's like,
this- We'll read about this later in a book called Little Bit of Love.
That would be a good, yeah. No.
Listen, this town's real friendly to the brotherhood, if you know what I'm saying. So
he is very confused. He believes that you are talking about the, you know, secret mafia organization he belongs to, and now he's not sure what's happening.
But you know, I haven't seen much about how the Brotherhood is treated outside of this town. So here's a good place. I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
No open mocking, anyway. You know, some places
Yeah,
like that.
definitely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's like, we're a different kind of brotherhood.
Okay, I mean,
We're not
it's all the
judging.
same.
He turns to the other halfling. He's like, we're not judging. You know, we just.
I mean, there's a lot of you
It's
polygamy.
cool, man.
No, we're a family. Like
Look, yeah, the group thing, I understand. It's
no,
perfectly
you're
normal.
misunderstanding in every way.
I don't see how I could possibly understand.
It's communal living.
You talk exactly, yeah. You know, you scrub his back, he scrubs your front. I get it. It's perfectly normal.
All right. So these guys came over to gather information about you. They feel like they have succeeded on that, and they are now turning to leave, and they're just like, they're really such a nice couple. You know, I feel like the orc and the tiefling really get along. And the other one goes, you know, I don't see the halfling and the dwarf though. I wasn't feeling the sparks. They're writing a fanfic while they're walking away.
It's because I shaved my feet.
Oh, wow.
There you go. There's the friction joke.
You got to keep each other's toes warm, you know?
We link them together like fingers.
God, I want to vomit so badly. Oh my God.
Hands to feet, fingers to feet, toes to fingers. Do you roll down the street, you know?
Right.
Ugh. There's the cover of Little Bit of Love. Feet.
The human ball.
Oh, God. You all right there, Arthur?
I don't want anybody's feet near my feet. That's all I'm saying. People have disgusting feet.
Yep.
Amen. Amen.
Imagine a dwarf and a halfling's feet.
I'm good.
It can't be good.
I'm good. What do you want to do next now? You've successfully evaded suspicion.
Well, their shit's gonna burn now.
Are you just going to toss something flaming into their wagon and drive away?
I thought we were past these jokes already, man. Come on.
No, I was gonna unlock my toes from Agram and sabotage some wheels.
Now you're just making it weird. How long are we intending on staying?
Well, I would hope that you don't intend to stay at the scene of your very public arson.
What I'm saying is, if we wait, we could do it, say, at night when torches are lit.
It's nice here.
Yeah.
Well, what I was thinking is, like, if they have their donkeys or whatever here, we could just steal them, drive them out in the middle of nowhere, set them ablaze, and drop them off a cliff, you know?
You're going to steal their animals, you're going to set them on fire, and then you're going to give them a long and painful drop off a cliff?
Listen,
Jesus Christ! The fuck did the donkeys do to you? God damn, Drumurboy.
Yeah, they did shoot our horses last time. So.
True.
Oh my God. Just kill them. Just slit their throats or something.
That wouldn't get rid of the arrows.
Oh boy. Oh, you're talking. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to take their donkeys, leave the carts behind, and just drive flaming donkeys over the cliff. That's what I thought. Dave was with me on this one. I was like, this is so unnecessarily
We're not driving any
cruel.
animals off a cliff. We are not Disney.
Oh my God. Well, you're definitely not the Tuesday night group. That's for sure.
I mean, that seems like how the plan would go in a normal sense. Like, we're going to take the carts and light them on fire. We rolled a 1. We took the donkeys. We lit them on fire. You know?
Let's pretend you don't roll a 1. Right. What is the plan? You are in broad daylight in the afternoon. You're at Brienne Leaf's Inn. There's a wagon yard quite nearby because obviously inns that are set on the traveling part of town have people rolling through. There's a short fence which does not block the view for anybody but Finley. Pedestrians are going about their daily routine. You might be able to get out of view for several seconds, but not any longer than a full minute.
Well, I mean,
I kind of like the fire donkey idea.
Wow, you're sold on it now?
Nah.
Okay, good. That's good.
We know they're going to be here till morning because they leave early morning, at least from what we know, or past experience. I mean, we could just wait until night, and then obviously the stealth is a bit easier. Plus, there's lit torches and embers fly everywhere. I mean, wagons caught on fire all the time back in the olden days. So
I'm not saying set them on fire here. I'm saying take them somewhere else.
But I mean, even then, if you still wanted to take them, I mean, doing it at night, it would be easier than doing it in, broad daylight.
Didn't we sabotage all of their longbows or some shit as well?
Yeah, and then they just got new ones from the guards they killed.
Yeah.
They knocked over a military
I
convoy.
want to point out that they did have to have half of their people engage in melee combat versus Kelly. And the rest of you, but also Kelly.
Yeah, because like
That was probably my proudest moment as a warrior in this fucking role-playing game.
if we can avoid burning the entire town down, that's probably a good thing. Just like take the carts, because it's like a.
Arthur,
what,
can I light the sword and then unlight the sword?
Yep.
So if I put the sword into the cart, light it, and then unlight it and pull it out, it won't be on fire. Like if I start the fire on the inside of the cart rather than the outside, you know what I'm
Let
saying?
me double check. I believe that is correct. Oh, that's right. I probably made a handout card that explains what the flame tongue longsword. Burst from the blade. It sheds bright light in a 40-foot radius, so it'll be super fucking obvious when you light this sword.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The flames last until you use a bonus action to speak the command word. So you have to physically speak whatever word you've chosen out loud to light the sword, and then again to unlight the sword. So you're gonna be like, flame on, and then there's just literally gonna be like, the light of the sun, and you'll be like, flame off, and anyone nearby will probably be alerted by the flaming light of the sun.
We could do that out of town, so it's not like super crazy obvious. It'd just be like, boom, light flash, and then nothing. And then pillars.
I was mostly thinking about just. I mean, I was just mostly thinking about walking up and just being like, dunk, bonk, and just walking away, you know. Yeah. But if it's like a giant bowl of light, then that's
technically the flames will go out if you sheathe the sword. So you could speak the command word, walk with the flaming sword up to the cart, touch the cart with the sword for long enough to set it on fire, then sheathe the sword and walk away.
Yeah.
That's still going to leave you with a giant bright light and a flaming sword for a short period of time.
Right.
But you won't have to be like, flame off. You can just be like, shing.
Okay. Well, I was mostly thinking about like, I don't know. I mean, we could just take the carts with us and, you know, just take them in the middle of the night and be done with it. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? They'll chase us down.
Yeah, exactly. Like we just have to take their shit. If we burn it,
take their shit.
Cool. But
and then we just won't come back to this town. This run.
Yeah, because we're going. The fort could probably use all this shit anyway, right? They're about to be in a war.
Exactly. That's not a bad idea too. We can sell off all the stuff that they have in the cart. We don't have to
commandeering these wagons for the defense of the realm.
There we go. I think that's the plan. So wait until dusk, and then take the shit and get on our way.
Well, I mean, we have our own carts. So how many carts in total do they have, Arthur?
They have 3 carts.
A cart each.
So it'll be like driving checks or whatever.
Do we know? Do they have like weapons in one, ammunition in the others, or just all over the place?
So each cart has equipment for the people that are inside of it and some leftovers. As you begin looking over it, there's sets of leather armor, crossbows and longbows, scimitars, ammunition, and then like spare gear. So I mean, you know that each of these carts carries about 10 halflings, and there's about 12 sets in each of them.
And it's for halfling related sizes and stuff.
Yes. I just want to have the group make a stealth check because you guys are like nonchalantly going through wagons that don't belong to you.
Oh, I got this.
So half of you need to succeed on this, and the other half will cover for you.
There we go.
Well, Daka, you're just like, this is my wagon, bitch. Stop looking at me.
I'm having a reload to roll 20, so give me a second.
All right, that's fine. Half of your group succeeded. Everyone succeeded so far. So even if you fail, when you roll a 2 on the die.
Why is this not?
Got you, boo.
Roll 20 is just like shit itself for me.
I mean, roll 20 just went to the Battle of Monmouth.
Oh, buy one, get one half off halflings.
No, don't do it. Man, don't do it. It's not worth it. Don't risk it. Not over this shit. Wow, everybody succeeds. All right, so you guys are like leaning up against the wagon, the carts, just looking inside nonchalantly. Everybody that passes by is just like, I guess those guys own those wagons. No, you don't attract very much attention at all.
I mean, we don't look like bandits. We look like mercenaries, if anything.
I mean,
Two of us do.
explain to me the difference between a bandit and a mercenary.
One is above table, the other's below.
Which one is the one that's above the table?
I think me and Kelly are above table, and Agram and
Oh my god! Oh.
Yeah, pay it forward. That's a pay it forward kind of joke. Yeah.
It's all good.
All right.
Plus, you gotta remember these guys tried to sneak into our room one time, so taking their shit, I feel real good about it. I don't have any problems with this.
I mean, fuck these guys.
Mhm.
I mean, they're literal terrorists.
It's true.
But not yet. That's the key factor. They're not yet terrorists.
I mean, we
It's
cut back to Rourke, reminding you all about, predestination crime.
Minority Report, as I said in the chat. Yeah.
Minority Report and Loop are mixed together.
I mean, are we evil if we prevent their?
Here's the thing. They haven't done something yet that we know of. These guys are assholes. They probably already done something.
They're agents of chaos. Who,
You're right. Of course, they're probably assholes as justification for stealing their stuff and setting their donkeys on fire.
Yep. Yes.
But now we're just going to sell the donkeys into donkey-related labor, so it's fine.
Okay.
Drop
Walk
the
me
donkeys off
through
at
what
that
you're
one
doing
guy's
here.
farm.
I mean, you're still standing in the wagon yard next to the wagons full of equipment.
is there a gate?
There is, but
Well, I mean,
it's very easy to move because you've already come in here.
Open the freaking gate, get on some wagons, and drive the hell
All
out
right,
of here.
all four of you are each taking one wagon and riding
Yeah.
off. Who's
Yeah.
on your wagon?
I'll be on our wagon.
Okay, I need all of you to make animal handling checks to drive casually through town without arousing suspicion that maybe you're not good at what you're doing.
Does my background help me at all with this?
Do you have proficiency at animal handling?
What's it? The class feed, primeval awareness.
That's communicating with an animal.
I mean, you
Yeah.
could talk to the donkey and persuade it instead if you'd like to.
Would this give me any mechanical benefit? Being like,
I mean, you roll persuasion instead of animal handling. You want to talk to the donkey?
Once
We're going to
charisma-
roleplay this before you do it.
My name's
persuasion is a
Eeyore.
better
I
skill.
don't know if
I
you
mean,
can
if you're
straight
better
up
at
talk to
persuading
it.
animals than you are at talking, or if you're better at talking to animals than you are at, handling them, let's do it. So you walk up to the donkey. You
Yeah, it's
start
not like
channeling
English
primeval
type.
awareness.
It's communicating basic ideas.
Yep.
just
And he's just
basically
like, be cool, donkey, be cool.
The donkey
Well,
turns
basically-
towards you, and donkey goes, "Sup."
sup. I'm
It's 11.
your owner now.
That
The
doesn't
half-
sound right.
The halfling sold you.
All right, make a persuasion check. That was fast. I guess it's technically a deception
11?
check, but I'll allow it.
11?
I
Persuasion and
mean,
deception
he
are
is
same
a
for me.
donkey.
I would hope a 10 would.
A 10 is average, and a donkey is not very smart. So the donkey is just like, okay, what do you want to do, boss?
We're
Yeah,
headed.
just blow this popsicle stand.
We're headed east.
Let's
Tell
roll
your-
out.
Tell your buddies that. Sorry, you're all with us now.
Oh, shit. Your plan is to get your donkey to convince the other animals to join the rebellion?
Hey, halfling bro, do you hear all those
That,
donkeys?
no, that's fine. Okay, everyone can roll at advantage then that hasn't rolled yet. Kelly, you failed though.
I got my own horses, man. It's quite cool.
Yeah, but
What
you're
am I
terrible at
rolling?
handling them.
So, am I wrong?
You're rolling animal handling at advantage. Agrim, you're good.
Yeah.
13.
Finley, it's a good thing you got that advantage from Daka covering
right.
your ass. Your donkey looks back at you, Finley, and you get the idea that he didn't like you. And then the other donkey makes a donkey noise towards the first. I don't know what donkeys sound like, y'all.
Hee haw.
Oh.
Hee haw, and the first donkey goes hee haw.
But it's just peanut butter on the
Then the other,
There we go.
then Finley's donkey just like lets out a snort and starts trotting forward. The rest of you get out of the wagon yard quite easily. Kelly, your horse slams the wheel into the wagon gate.
Kelly's like doing that, like go forward, back a little.
Yeah, exactly.
The Austin Powers the wagon.
So several people come over to like help you get the wagon untangled. And at that point, the halflings come out. So Daka, Agrim, Finley, all of you have turned away. You're out of the area. The halflings can't see you. Kelly, the halflings come out and they're like, did someone need some help over? Our wagons are gone. Hey, you, half-orc, did you see anybody take our wagons? Did you see where our wagons went?
Yeah, that away.
Which way do you point?
The opposite direction.
Make a deception check.
down the road that we came from.
Yep. Make a... You're sending them west because it sounds like your party's going east.
Well, since we have a good camaraderie with these guys and we're both from the Brotherhood, how about an advantage here?
No. Do you have inspiration?
I mean, you've given out inspiration once in the 27 episodes we've been together.
They're not
so-
27 episodes, and that's true. I don't give it out very often.
No, I don't have it anymore.
Then I suggest you roll really well. Put all of
When we're
your
rolling, persuasion,
deception,
deception. Where is that?
disgrace,
It's on the left-hand
evil
side.
as
got it.
plain as the scar on his face.
There's a -1 for me, boys.
So here's what happens. The halfling you're talking to just goes like, oh yeah, they want the other direction. And then he slaps his buddy and makes some hand signals and it's like, you go west, I'm going to get the rest of our group. And you can see the guy like start trotting west and then make a north turn.
Right.
As this is happening, the general civilians around the area are just like, okay, hey there, orc buddy. Look, we're just gonna help you out here. We're just on 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Lift, everybody. Okay. All right, there you go, bud. You're gonna want to get that axle looked at right there. Looks like you got a couple chips on the wheel, but it's a you know,
What's this?
pretty solid design there.
This person can
So wait, why am I getting stuck here, Arthur?
You rolled poorly on your animal handling and you slammed the cart into the wagon. I'm sorry, you slammed your wagon into the gate.
Wasn't this a group check though?
It was. Oh, sorry. It wasn't a group check like everyone succeed or fail. It was individually because you each have your own wagon.
The stealth was
Right.
group.
Yes, the stealth is a group thing because you could cover for each other. In this, there's no way someone could like come back and be like, "No, Kelly, you're doing it wrong."
I get you. I'm just a little slow tonight. Sorry.
It's all right. We're all there, except for you because you're not with the party. Daka,
Is this
Agrim, Finley, what is your plan? You're heading east through the
If
town.
this is if like it's noticeable that like
Kelly has not joined you. It is noticeable that he's not behind
How
you.
long has it been?
Several seconds, like 30 seconds.
Oh, so that's like not enough time to be like, oh, well, where's Kelly?
I mean, he was right behind you, and now he's not.
Look, if I have to fight all the halflings, I'm probably better off doing it than all of you. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Kelly's like, I stop in front of the door, I draw my flaming longsword, and I light it.
Kelly, we will wake up in the mountain eventually, and Kelly comes out of like a level 9 freaking. Because he got all the
I
extra.
killed the entire town. I had to. I'm sorry.
He's got like a lightsaber, some space marine armor. He's like, you wouldn't believe the adventure I went on.
Watch this. Pulls out the flaming sword and makes a lightsaber noise.
Yeah. It splits into 3, and now it's 3 blades, and they're all
No,
on fire.
no.
Oh wait, so we get to like the outskirts of town,
All right.
and then notice that Kelly's not with us and stop the cart.
I mean, I wouldn't be that far behind if they're helping me, right? Like maybe a minute or 2.
All right. So, Daka, you exit the town walls. You go past the like people who live outside the walls. You stop just past like the last farm. Agerman, Finley, you're both pulling off with Daka.
I think I'll pull up beside him and
Okay.
be like, "Look, we don't know how much time we got. We need to keep moving. Maybe even split up at some point. Because even if they find one, they won't find all of them."
Finley, what do you do? Keep going or stopping with the rest of the party?
I feel like I should probably stop with them.
All right. Kelly, as you exit the town wall, you start hearing an alarm bell go off in the town. You know, like church bells, but there aren't really churches like that here. So, you know, someone is ringing an alarm and the guards are just like,
A fire bell.
"Oh, hey, look, just need you to hold here for a moment. Sounds like there's something wrong in town. Someone must have gone to a guard station." He like whistles and 4 men begin mounting horses, and he's like, "This happens sometimes. Criminals try to flee town before we can get to them. Look, I'm real sorry. I know we've already processed you, but could you just wait here until we get the all clear?"
I mean, really? No,
Should just
you
be a
can
few
check
minutes,
my
sir.
wagon if you want. I mean, all I got is like a bunch of swords and shit.
Just you. I'm just asking nicely. Just a few minutes of your time.
All right, I get the code. How much is your time worth? I pull out my bag.
Oh, how much are you
coin.
offering him?
I was like, what is that, like a gold or something?
So he's like, "Keep your voice down. A gold's fine."
All right, I give him a gold.
So,
And
I
I'm
mean,
just
you
like-
could see originally he's thoroughly perplexed. Like, he wasn't hassling you for money, but when you offer him a gold piece, he's like, "Yep, I'm down with this."
Yeah.
You go along your way, sir.
Thank
Your
you.
wagon
Thank
looks
you.
clean here. No criminal goods here.
Yeah. And we didn't see any other wagons at all tonight. Yeah.
Well, it's the middle of the day, but if you didn't see any wagons, I mean, there were some wagons there earlier that just passed through a couple minutes ago.
No, I don't think you saw them either. And I give him another gold piece.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
I'm trying real hard here, fellas.
I know, and if this succeeds, it'll be fucking epic.
You got this.
Yeah, okay.
That's a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 gold for each eye, you know? It's fine.
Oh, you said disadvantage, right? Okay.
I did say disadvantage.
Fuck, this was going so well.
Yeah, right. No other wagons through here. You got it. You go on ahead, sir.
All right. Thank you. I give him 2 gold pieces and go away.
All right. So you can see him like move to close the gate behind you, and then he just kind of stops and walks away without having fully closed it. About 2 minutes later, Kelly pulls in behind Daka, Agram, and Finley. You guys hear that alarm bell cut off suddenly.
Don't worry. I paid off the guards. They have no idea that you guys came this way. But waiting. What's going on?
We're waiting for you to catch
What's
up.
going on?
So we should go.
No. I'm completely capable of handling myself. In fact, I covered your tracks so goddamn well. Don't worry. Let's go.
I appreciate your commitment to this bit. Yeah, okay. So what's the plan? Where are you
I have a
taking these?
-1 in charisma. As
I know.
far as I'm aware, I'm the goddamn, like, I have a silver tongue, and Kelly is just like outsmarting everyone with just how stupid humans are. It's great.
I have mastered the art of standing so still I can become invisible.
We don't need to talk to Dury now. We just need to go to the tower, get our fucking items, and.
So you are taking your stolen wagons to Border Town to the northeast
Yeah.
Well,
as quickly
I
as
think
possible.
you guys should wrap around.
Well, we could like hide the wagons.
Well, all we need to do is go through.
Yeah, unless we're gonna shop at the we already know what the guy has, so we can like walk in and
Yeah.
be like, Hey, do you have this thing? Cool, we'll buy it.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea to, because the guards will check the wagons.
They'll check in if we go through town anyway.
What I'm saying is go around the town.
How would they know that they're stolen?
Well, it's less about that they're stolen and more about, oh, these guys are bringing in like all this armors and shit like that for halflings. Why? It's less difficult to
They just
explain.
have it's short bows, right? Like, it's not like
It's
these are
Longbows, crossbows, but yeah, I mean everything is small sized.
Oh, so it's like everything is definitely for halflings.
Well, I
Yes.
mean small sized creatures, right? Not just halflings, gnomes,
Mm-hmm. It's a very
other small
interesting lie
races.
to come up with. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case,
We
then,
can talk our way through it.
or we just ditch them and burn them and ditch them. I mean, I'm not committed to. I'm sure the fort is well armed, and if the trying to get 3 carts worth of weapons that we don't really have a good a plausible excuse for through what is essentially customs is going to be such a pain in the ass. Like, just get rid of them. I mean,
So
either way we get rid of them. So
I really like this suggestion. Finley is just like, yeah, these are Glimo brand
Yeah.
child adventuring gear. Have you heard of the Fungin?
You can proselytize.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with someone just going into town and buying what we need. Doesn't have to be me. We can swap up who's grabbing what. That's no problem.
I mean, do we want to try and get them in, or we just want to get rid of the wagons?
Is there a way around this town that's easy enough?
Yeah, I mean, if you'll recall, you didn't get to see it because you were hanging underneath the wagon, but Finley would know that the halflings went around the border town. They never went into it.
All right, we'll do that then. Send
Okay,
someone
so
in
you're
buy
going to
it,
be able to
buy
get
it.
halfway to border town before nightfall.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to need a group animal handling check. You will have advantage on this because Daka has convinced the alpha donkey to communicate with the rest of the donkeys.
Alpha donk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just now imagining dire.
Oh, wait. The top
On 8. I somehow I got a
Incredible.
0.
Incredible.
Advantage.
You
Wow.
guys are there's something
20.
else.
I'll take it.
All right,
Animal
20,
handling?
14. What else we got? We got one more person.
Animal handling, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do I really have to roll? These are our horses.
Yes.
I mean, your horses still require handling. So specifically, you guys need to move fast enough that the cavalry police from the
I get what you're
town
saying.
go out. So you guys, you left out the eastern gate, but the path you're going
Well,
is
I
north
mean,
way. So
If-
this
if-
is what
if that's
happens.
you're
You guys,
saying- hang on, Arthur, real quick. If that's what you're saying, both myself and Agram have vehicle land as a tool skill.
okay?
That's right.
Yes.
We do.
Well, then with proficiency, that would bump your bump it up a little bit. Either way, you succeed on the check even without that.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Because half or more people succeeded. So you left specifically out the eastern gate, not the northern gate. There's no road to the east, so you turn north. And just as you're going out of sight, you notice that some human cavalry riders are like riding down the road that you were on, and they're just like, look around, I saw wagon tracks here. The criminals have to be somewhere around. They're being led by a half-orc. And they continue riding east in the wrong direction as you guys turn north towards border town.
Huh. It seems like they're looking for a group of criminals led by a half-orc. We should keep our eyes open for them.
Humans are stupid.
Yes, they are.
Absolutely pitch on head certified.
All right, so with your hot items, you get halfway to border town before night falls. You could, of course, try to keep continuing if you'd like, or you can stop at the watchtower camp that is every 17 miles.
Do we really want to stop at the watchtower camp when they would be alerted that they're looking for a group of 4?
They went the other way, right?
They went east, yes.
And we're headed north.
Not towards.
Not north.
Then we're safe.
We should be good.
I mean, we can still, if we want to stop at a watchtower, we can still stop. So
Wait, where are we? I thought we were going to the.
we have to go
through-
north and then east.
Yeah.
So let me zoom in on the map to show you where you're at. Mark your path down. You guys you were at this town right here. And you left the eastern gate, which of course leads nowhere. And you're heading north. You got halfway to Border Town, which is right here.
Okay. All right.
So, like, unless they sent a messenger thing that we didn't
Send
see.
the ravens in all four
Yeah.
directions.
Yeah.
The word of
Whisper
my
to a butterfly and let it go.
4 weird dudes had some carts.
Send our 4 fastest ships. My entire navy will go out, except for my 4 fastest ships.
How overloaded are these carts, Arthur?
Not super overloaded. I mean, they're
Can we like load up 2 really heavily and then put more mules on each cart?
You mean you want to
and
abandon
ditch
2 of
carts?
them and you want to
Yeah.
double up the others?
We
Okay.
should do the police chase thing and just start hucking stuff off the side as we've been going along.
Throw arrows at people as they come up behind
Just
us.
like, hey, little boy, here's a short bow for you. Marry something. Just send him on his way.
Yeah, I think changing the overall, because then we can go through the night. We can go through the night then, and we won't have to stop because we can take it in turns, and one person can sleep, another person drives. You know, if we have 2 carts, so
Head
Okay,
off the
so-
road, crush up some berries and give them a sick paint job so they'll never know.
Paint them red so they'll go faster, please.
Yeah.
No, this isn't orc
cover
land.
them in a tarp, put some manure on top of the tarp, and say,
Stripes.
yeah.
So just to be clear, you're abandoning 2 wagons and you're taking your cart in 1 wagon that have been laden with halfling arms and armor and
Yes.
going onward.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
I think
someone
that
just
sounds
got 2
good,
free
right, guys?
wagons.
We'll probably leave off anything that's like really just not worth anything.
I
Like
mean,
what? What is
it's
it?
armor. I mean, are you just going to leave the ammunition behind?
No, I think we should take the ammunition. I think the ammunition is going to be very, very important to Kuso.
If there's like,
That's just me.
was it all just like essentially just
If anything,
3 things?
I mean, if anything,
the halfling armor I think would probably be the least useful. But that's just me.
yeah, I mean, the arrows are generally arrows regardless of how small the bow is.
So Kuso was a human encampment, yeah.
Yes, it
There's a
is.
mix-
You
yeah, I
saw
think there was
mostly
some
humans there.
So if we had to drop something, it would definitely be the armor. In my opinion.
That'd probably be a lot of weight too. So anything to like give it a little bit of like, so we're not taking a load of 4, even 3/4 full carts and topping them on top of 2.
I mean, there's not going to be a problem with loading up all of these carts.
Oh, there's
Just
not a
be clear.
problem. It's just
Yeah, I
fucking
didn't say that there was.
Okay.
There's no problem. I mean, you're just going to be heavily laden, right? They're not going to be. So remember that these carts needed to have enough space to also have 10 halflings and all of their personal gear. You know, their
Right.
backpacks and all their bed rolls. You don't need 10 halflings in the back of the cart, so you just dump it all and you're good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys. So are we stopping at this watchtower? Are we stopping away from the watchtower? Are we continuing all night? There was some disagreement.
What do you guys want to go through all the night?
I mean, if we could push through the night if we
Yeah, that's
want
fine.
to get there faster. I mean, that just put more distance.
Excellent. Make Constitution saving throws versus exhaustion.
Okay.
You continue through the night.
What we're taking turns.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Or,
Oh boy. Yeah, indeed. Who are we missing? All right. So Agram and Finley have failed. You two are exhausted, and you have disadvantage on skill checks, any ability checks until you rest for 8 hours.
I mean, Kelly and Daka did really well too, though.
I don't. They barely got by.
They're expert constitution havers.
Constitutionalists, really. Traditional constitutionalists.
No, Daka.
They believe that halflings really are 3/5 of a man. Wow, that was fucking horrible. I apologize. That is a really bad joke. I should have just said half of a man. But wow, that was a really bad follow-up.
3/5 of a man is the polygamist halfling family novel.
3/5 of a man. Is that the fan fiction that Daka's writing? He's inventing the yaoi genre of literature as he goes?
As well. Selling the same store cart nuts is sold.
Yeah. I don't know what this cart nut store is, but it is. It sells some eclectic goods. You all arrive with
sells everything, man.
You all arrive with the sun rising over Border Town. Oh, sorry, you're going around Border Town.
Yeah.
Right? So you driving all the way to Fort Cuso?
Yeah, I guess.
Would you?
We're not stopping at that tower for
to make it to Fort Cuso this day, you will need to push your wagons. Or you can stop in the canyon.
Are we gonna wait for the soldiers? Or are we just gonna push forward?
I think we should just push forward.
So, only 2 wagons, which means I only need 2 animal handling checks, or in Daka's case, persuasion check, to push these donkeys to their limit. They also have not rested.
My animal handling is a +2.
Well, I'm sorry. You could also use your proficiency in vehicle. And I want to remind you that Agram and Finley both have disadvantage, so it probably would not be great. But don't let me make your decisions for you. Who are your wagon leaders for this?
I mean, I still have a +4 because it's wisdom based. I have +4 and then yeah.
Is the tool
the tool gives you proficiency.
But what stat is it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Okay. Yeah. I'm at a +4 with that then. So
yeah.
My persuasion will be +3, so you guys
I have a +2 on top of that, so even with disadvantage I still might be better than Daka or Finley.
Figure it out.
I've got a +3, but
I mean, go for it
though. So
well, yeah, but I've got disadvantage, so I mean, go for it.
As do I.
all right, so I'm rolling land vehicle then.
Yep. Show me
21.
the power of your dice. You push your donkey to extreme speeds. Oh my god! What is this? How do your plans keep succeeding against us?
Because we believed.
Yeah,
it doesn't work on the WoW, but I disagree.
We got off to a rocky start, but here we are.
As night is falling behind you, you see the sun setting through the canyon, but to your rear, the last dying light shows you Fort Cuso as you make your way there. Before the halflings, before the military convoy, you see the soldiers seeing you approach, and one of them like slaps the other, and they blow a hunting horn. The gate begins to raise, and several soldiers ride out on horses. One approaches you with a familiar-looking plume on his armor.
This is the prince.
Hello, travelers. My name is Captain Jorant Cuso. Can I ask why you are passing through Fort Cuso?
Well, we're actually traveling through, but we have supplies for Cuso with the upcoming orc news.
You've heard rumors of the orcs approaching.
Yes, and we wanted to lend some support if we could.
Very well. Bring your wagons in. We will pay you a fair price for your wares, should we be able to use them. We rarely say no to arms. So he like begins waving to you, and his horse is like trotting backwards while you guys are moving forwards. And he says, "We were hoping for a supply wagon over the next few days, but it hasn't arrived yet."
Yes, we heard that they are on their way as well.
Oh,
but
excellent! That's good news.
We also heard that the ridge between Kuso and what was it? What was the first town? Sorry,
Border Town.
Yes, was wrapped with ambushes this time. We didn't see anything on our way through, but it's best to be careful all the same.
Very well. I will lead a party of cavalry myself tomorrow morning and see if we can find any of these ambushes. Thank you for letting me know this, traveler. Can I ask your name?
My name is War Cleric Kelly. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Ah, and so he gives like a respectful bow. A cleric of the god of war, Guzen Guz. You will find many followers of the faith here. Perhaps you might spend a few moments blessing them and talking with them of their troubles.
I will do my best. I'm not known much for my word, but more for my sword than anything.
Ah, not that kind of cleric then. Well, if you might simply listen to their troubles, it would do them well.
I will do what I can while I'm here.
So as you're talking, you're all being brought, your 2 wagons, into Kuso, and then the portcullis comes down, and you can hear guys going, "Close it up for the night, lock it." And so the huge iron doors are like closed and locked, and you guys find yourselves inside of Fort Kuso. The way to the other side of the fort is blocked. So they've got like supplies and all of the stuff that has been intentionally placed to keep anybody from just riding directly through. A man approaches the cart with, I want to call it like huge fucking mustache that covers his entire mouth. Kind of looks like
a walrus.
Yeah, kind of looks like a walrus. That was the exact animal I was going for.
Like Jamie Heineman.
Gentlemen, I have heard that you have goods to offer us. Might I inspect them for quality?
Go ahead. Kind of like remove the top or whatever that's holding them.
So he's just like, these are sized very small. We do have several auxiliaries here that could use them. Do you have anything larger?
Unfortunately not. These were requisitioned from some halfling bandits.
I do like gesture towards it, like, how many arrows do they have? Like thousands?
2,000.
I'll gesture towards the arrows, like arrows are always useful.
Indeed, arrows are universal. I'm sorry, did you say you requisitioned these from halfling bandits?
Hence the size.
I see. No bill of sale. So he pulls out an abacus and says, "Now, what kind of price were you looking to sell these for?"
Well, we're not really interested too much in making a profit here. This is more to help the Fort Kuso in the upcoming.
You're donating these.
Well, I mean, a little for the trouble wouldn't be too bad, but yes, donating as much as we can.
So allow me to ask again, what kind of price are you looking for these goods? I mean, we're looking at a considerable amount of money here.
How much is 200 gold in this world, like realistically?
I mean, a pound of salt is 1 gold piece. And I think an ox is like, an elephant's 200 gold. Wagon is 30. A wagon's 35 gold.
We could go like 50 gold each, maybe.
Or if they, I mean, well, I was about to say if they had anything they'd want to trade, but they're kind of preparing for siege, so I doubt it. They need everything they can get their hands on. I mean, I'm honestly,
I would think if we had 10,000 arrows,
2,000.
200 gold is a fair.
It's 2,000 arrows. Yeah.
Oh, it's 2,000. My bad. Ugh. Then $200 is a really good deal, or 200 gold is a really good deal.
I mean, arrows are a gold,
like 1 gold piece, or I mean,
1 gold piece for 20.
Yep,
it's a gold piece for 20. I mean, slightly below what I mean. Whatever. I'm down for whatever everybody wants to go for. I mean, we're getting rid of it. That's all I really care about. Stopping the ambush, because that also means that convoy will now get here with those supplies, so they're gonna have even more stuff.
All right, so I'll turn to the guy and I'll be like, listen, we're not really merchants, but how does 200 gold sound?
And a place to sleep.
I have to be honest. It sounds like a steal to me. I will arrange for you to have our finest guest quarters.
Thank
That
you.
would be well appreciated.
I just must get your signature here to confirm that you are in fact okay with this price.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If we find out that it's worth a lot more, we can change our tact when we come through here again later on if we want to do this again.
He's just like, I don't understand what you're saying.
No, Arthur. Sorry, I'm
out of character
right now.
I'll just when he asks for a signature, probably to Kelly, I'll just like walk past and like, sorry, I'm the bookkeeper.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some pretty complicated notes here that look like they're encoded. You could try to decrypt them real quick if you want to know what the actual price of these goods is.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
Oh, that's not a good check for me.
Well,
17 though.
just real quick, you think he's using a archaic numbering system that's like base 16 rather than base 10. It looks like he's marking down the value of this goods at 2,260 gold pieces.
Oh, well, we know where we're going, where we're hitting next time.
Okay.
So he's just like, are you sure before you put your signature on, you only want 200 gold pieces?
I'll like look around, like 10% of their worth. It's fine.
Okay, if you know what it's worth, great. I just don't want to be accused of, stealing from civilians or anything. Just sign here.
No. I'll just sign.
Okay, yeah, he turns over 200 gold pieces to you in the form of several jewels. 8 sapphires, each worth... I'm sorry, it'd be 10 sapphires, each worth 20 gold pieces.
And give it to Kelly to stash for the party.
All right, what did you say? 8 sapphires?
Sorry, 10. 10 sapphires, each worth 10 gold pieces. Weighs a hell of a lot less than a bag of gold. I mean, that's 4 pounds.
That's okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you guys get some pretty nice rooms, and you're all fucking exhausted because you haven't slept in 2 days. The donkeys and your horse look very excited to lay down and eat some really, really nice military rations. You guys are word spreads through the fortress pretty quickly. You're visitors. You're staying the night, which is unusual. You fought halfling bandits. You informed them of an ambush. You sold them military goods at 10% price. Like, people are interested in you. But Kelly specifically, it looks like there's a line of about a dozen guys and women who are all coming to you wearing like daggers or other open warlike symbols that have all been silvered to indicate that they are followers of the faith.
Well, having known about this, Arthur, is there any way that I can commune first and maybe get an idea of like what I should be doing in a situation like this?
Yeah, you can make a religion check real quick and kind of reach out and see if you can ask the universe what you should be doing.
Yeah.
He's trying to help some.
Yeah. Okay. So, Kelly, that you reach out, you spend a few minutes to pull yourself together, and you realize you just need to listen to these people. They're warriors. They got problems. They know that there's about to be a huge fight, and they just want somebody to hear their issues.
Sure.
So
I'll see them one at a time, and I'll give them as much time as they want. And I'll basically when they come in, I'll just say, sit, tell me your woes, and give unto me your problems before you go into battle.
Okay. Yeah, they all do. Each of them asks for your blessing before they leave.
So I'll like have like a wound that I can push on my hand, and then sort of put like a dot of my blood.
Oh, okay. All right. Going hardcore then. Huh?
Yeah.
They don't seem to be surprised by this. even though you've never seen anybody do this before, they kind of look like this is just normal for them.
Yeah.
They all leave in the same manner, walking backwards from you while facing you, and then like bowing before turning and exiting.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you get your moment of doing actual clerical work. Dear God of War, can I please have an elephant? What is he, fucking Scipio Africanus?
Specifically a war elephant. Thank you.
You get a war elephant, but no saddle for it.
I appreciate that joke.
Just a giant ballista on the back of an elephant.
Elephant, shoot that man.
It's like
Fucking
ballista.
trunk operated ballista.
Yeah, grab a rope.
Just fires its tusks like missiles.
This is not 300. Fires its tusks. Then it has to wait like forever for it to reload.
It's like a shitty version of Mechagodzilla.
No,
You know,
the tusks
no one
are
said
like,
owning a war elephant was easy.
the tusks are like wrapped or like they're pierced with chains so they can like reel them back after.
What are those two? What are those two balls of steel with chain in the middle? What are they called?
Not grape shot.
Shillelagh?
No,
Like a bola.
Shillelagh is a stick.
they're electric bola. I think it's just chain, I think it's just chain shot.
Imagine shooting a bola from like an elephant out of the tusks.
Chain shot. Yeah, that's what it is.
We got the bolas on that guy.
This show, I just anything the rest of you want to do in Fort Kuso in the night before you head to sleep.
I mean, nope, just a meal and a good night's sleep.
Is there any way that I can maybe rub shoulders with, say, the leader of this place?
So you want to meet with Lieutenant General Kuso?
Yeah, maybe give him, maybe just have a drink together or share a cigar or something like that.
That will not be a problem. You know, the normal person would not be able to get close. You have, as I've already mentioned, gone above and beyond. It does take a little while to arrange the meeting, right? Because he's a general and he's super busy, and you just brought him news that there are halfling raiders and orcs coming. But he invites you to the top layer of the fort, where you've already been before in a previous lifetime, and walks out with 2 glasses, a bottle, and some cigars to go look out over the eastern expanse towards the Dwarven Mountains, where they believe the orcs will attack. He hands you the glass and the cigar and offers to light it for you. You drink?
Yeah. Please, yes.
Heard from my son. You've done good work.
Well, it's what anyone would do in my situation if they were blessed like I am.
I wish that all of the men and women of the Magnate could be half as loyal as you are.
At least to one side of my ancestry, I guess.
Family have a history of service. Kelly flashback to that awesome bitchin' battle versus the demons.
Yes, my tribe goes back as far as the demon war 80 odd years ago.
Ah, the first battle. Many were lost. Many were lost.
Yes, but
It has been a hard struggle.
that's where I guess we see a little differently, because specifically loss in battle is not really loss. I mean,
You're right, we do see things differently. Because when I lose men and women in battle, I have no one to replace them. And I need one more along the line. I'm afraid that as a general, I must think in numbers.
well, everyone has their place on the battlefield, I suppose. I tend to lead from up front, and that's where I'm best. Motivating and screaming alongside those who are about to meet their demise.
As a cleric of Guz and Guz, that does not surprise me. Many of my sons have found the same place on the battlefield, albeit not blessed with Guzengas.
She is a very willing Valkyrie if you can find the right time to pray for her.
We all pray to her quite often.
I first heard her siren call when I was in the middle.
Siren call?
Well, I mean,
That's me saying that.
is that not the way you would describe it?
I mean, a siren's call is
an alluring
literally
call.
something meant to lead men to their doom.
I thought it was just an alluring call that it's hard to resist.
Yeah.
The whole point of the
what I thought it
siren's
was.
call was so that the men would crash their ships along the rocks so they could be eaten by the sirens.
Fine, I would not say sirens then.
Okay.
obviously.
When you first heard her call,
Yes. It was the battle that I remember fondly is one that I had lost all of my armaments and I was wandering the battlefield kind of in a daze. And after that, it just became clear to me. Perhaps those who seek her out won't find her, but those who live in her image are more likely to be blessed with her than others who don't.
so he offers to pour some unknown but, light brown colored drink into your glass.
Sure. So, can I tell you of something that I've seen of this particular battle that is about to unfold here?
You've had a vision.
More than that, I've lived it here. Which is why I came with the provisions that I did.
Your
in the
gift must
time
be
that I could.
powerful. I will hear what you have to say, priest. He takes
So,
a
are
sip.
we facing the right direction from where I saw?
Yeah, you're facing the eastern, where you see the orcs coming.
They will come at night, and there will be thousands of torches across this direction here.
That sounds like them.
However, they won't attack during the night. They are simply here to, cause your troops to not sleep and make it, I guess, a harder fight in the morning once it comes. My suggestion is you give your troops as much encouragement as you can to rest now. Ease up on the patrols around the outside of the perimeter and come for the faithful day. How many days is it from now, Arthur?
2 days.
Exactly 2 days from now is when they'll attack.
I understand.
Also about these ambushes, do I know that they're planned? Were we told that much?
We're talking
Right.
about the halfling ambushes. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not clear now whether they even can ambush now. Their gear is gone. They have no wagons.
I know that, but Brian, you were told of their
Yeah,
plan.
they were. I mean, they were definitely planned. I mean,
Yes.
I think that even Kelly and Egan would know that just because of how it's happened twice.
Well, I mean, specifically, like they told you about how they're not actually freedom fighters.
Oh yeah, no, they were just doing
Agents of
that as
chaos.
like
No.
Yeah.
gain notoriety or whatever.
So these ambushes, they're not here to profit from the war. They're simply agents of chaos and any
I'd say they're
provision.
profiting.
Well, I mean, that wasn't their first concern, but they weren't there to simply profit off of the ambushes in the actual crevasses. Huh?
Canyon,
Sorry, my
yeah.
English. Canyon, yeah. But they were there to remove as much of your support as possible before the orcs come.
Very well. I will do as much of what you say as I can. But in the face of the enemy, I cannot have all of my men sleeping. Even if you are correct and they do not attack in the night, it would be foolhardy to have all of my men stand down. I will do my best to heed your words, however, as you have brought much and more. And should your words turn out to be true, again, I will attempt to carry out your vision to aid us in our coming battle.
If Fort Kuso stands at the end of it, and you are still alive. Where are we going, particularly, Arthur? Do we know?
I mean, I have no
I don't
idea
think
where
we-
you're going.
We haven't decided that yet.
The Dwarvish City, right? Like, so tell me.
I mean, there are several dwarvish cities. You're trying to go through the Dwarven Underpass.
Yeah.
Previously, it was to go to the 100-mile city, the capital of the Sunpath Empire, but you're not on that
Okay.
contract. I have no idea what you're doing.
I don't think any of us
Alright.
have any idea what we're doing.
I mean, apparently you're helping start a kick-ass war.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think ultimately we're still trying to get to the same place we were. It's just maybe a
Different
little-
That's what
reasons,
I was
different
thinking.
traveling
Yeah.
companions.
Yeah.
So I'll say to him, it's like, me and my companions will be traveling to the Dwarvish main city. 100 something.
You mean the other side of the Dwarven mountains? You're heading to the Sunpath Empire in the 100-mile city?
Yes,
see.
that's the one. If you want to send message, I'll gladly hear of your victory over the Orcish forces that come in.
I'm sure when we defeat them, word will be sent. You'll hear it everywhere along the lands. Our fight against the Orcish and demonic invaders is legendary, spoken of in every corners of the realms.
I do intend to come back and help you fight against the dwarfs, the demons in the north.
Very well.
Those are a foe that have outlived my generation by quite a long way.
I will consult the manuals and see what we can do to have you conscripted.
I appreciate that.
Very well. I'm afraid I have much to do, so I must leave you, but... And he hands you the bottle. Please enjoy this.
Very well, thank you. I know there's a particular dwarf that might favor something like this.
All right. I feel like that's a good place to do our halftime break. Dave, you good to
I'm
go for
slowly
2 more
going.
hours?
I am, yes, but I'm just gonna go take some stuff and then I'll be back. So.
All right. Well, we'll all go take some stuff and then be back in about 8 minutes for the second half. Stick around. Swoosh.